They're off in the Belmont Stakes. And it is Jovia who comes out running well on the lead. Tax is away running in second position. Spinoff is just off of them. And War of Will find himself fourth early on. And tucking in right behind him is Tacitus, who's fifth and drafting in behind War of Will into that first turn. And then it's Ever Fast, Intrepid Hearts, or Winston on the inside, followed by Bourbon War. And last of them all is Master Fencer through a 23.92 opening quarter mile. So they make their way around this first turn here at Belmont Park, where Jovia, the expected pacemaker, is doing just that. He's on top by 3/4 of a length. Racing in second is Tax, Spinoff, Javier Castellano. Sitting off the pace here, they're 3 lengths behind. Tyler Gaffleone settling back. War of Will under some restraint here, fourth on the outside after a half mile in an easy 48.79 seconds. The pace has not been fast. And then it's Intrepid Heart racing on the outside of Everfast, who's in mid-pack. Jose Ortiz and Tacitus are 3 deep up the backstretch, and they're 5 lengths from front-running Jovia. Then a break of another 2.5 to Sir Winston, and then it's Bourbon War, and Master Fencer is last, and he's 11 lengths behind. So up the backstretch they go. 3/4 up in 1:13.54 seconds. Less than 6 furlongs remain in this Belmont Stakes, and it's been Jovia all the way so far. Tax continues to pursue him as they race for the far turn. And then it's Spinoff on the outside. At the rail, Ever Fast. War of Will, outside of horses, yet to be given his cue. He's 4 lengths behind with a half mile to go. Meanwhile, Jose Ortiz is starting to ask more from Tacitus, and Sir Winston has slipped through an opening on the inside as they make their way around the far turn. Still Jovia, still Tax, and on their outside it's Spinoff. And War of Will is moving now, and so too is Tacitus. It's very wide, and Sir Winston is right in contention behind horses as they make their way to the top of the stretch. And they're into the stretch, and it is Jovia and Tax. Sir Winston comes up on the outside, and he got in front of War of Will. And Sir Winston has moved to the center of the track under Joel Rosario to take the lead. On the inside, Jovia fights on. Tacitus is there, and then Tax between horses. Master Fencer on the far outside. They're coming to the finish, and Sir Winston has won the Belmont Stakes. And then it was Tacitus second, followed by Jovia third. It's a photo for fourth. The final time was 2 minutes, 28.30 seconds.
Just the third win in 10 starts for Sir Winston. So Mark Casse trains the Preakness winner and the Belmont winner, but it's 2 different horses as Sir Winston, a 10-1 shot, comes through with the victory here in the Belmont Stakes.
Sir Winston, mid to back early, made a bold move around the turn, up the inside. Great move by jockey Joel Rosario, looking for a place to go as he turned for home, idling in there and then angling out in the stretch. Kind of pinched War of Will. He got taken a little bit War of Will did as Sir Winston moved out for racing room. I don't know how bad it was, but it was a little bit of a steady by Tyler Gaffleone and War of Will, but a tremendous race by Sir Winston coming off the pace today in the Belmont.
And the difference in the race turns out to be ground saved as opposed to ground lost, as it often is. Tacitus 3 wide on the first turn, 4 to 5 wide on the second turn. Now let's take a look and see exactly what transpired here at the top of the lane with Sir Winston.
It's kind of shaded, but you can see the pink cap of Tacitus. Well, Sir Winston has a white cap on. It's already happened. He would have shifted out in front of the horse with the white stripe down his face, and that would have been War of Will. Pretty hard to see in that shot.
Let's go back and look at Tacitus. Tacitus and War of Will bumped briefly, and then Tacitus came on and closed strong.
Good point made by Randy. He was very wide around the second turn. You can see a little bumping there. Could be incidental. But I agree. It's hard to be that wide and still maintain your momentum while a horse is getting through on the inside. He's a grinder. He still keeps going, but he didn't have the turn of foot that Sir Winston did late in the race.
At the very top of the stretch, in order to shift out and find racing room, Sir Winston did move out in front of War of Will. But quite frankly, I don't think that's enough to warrant an inquiry